U.S. Secretary Scott Bessent has said a lot about the U.S. economy and how this will affect the markets. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today because, yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff being said on both sides of the political spectrum. Trillions of dollars of investment coming into America, the crypto industry exploding, and so many other cool things. In the future of XRP, all of these things will definitely take part. In this movie, we'll show how it all fits together. But first, I want to talk about this new interview with Bessent, who's the Treasury Secretary, to say that the GDP will grow faster than the debt will grow. This is really strange. It's clear that this is a great message. It's been 20 to 30 years now that the US has had huge amounts of debt. In any case, it's been much faster than GDP growth for a while now. This is a big deal. I'm going to play this clip quickly. Pay attention. There is the growth of the debt and the growth that could happen, but making the economy grow faster is more important. That's what we've seen in the last 4 years, and what we were given. I took over a 6.7% deficit to GDP, which was the highest deficit when the country wasn't at war or in a recession. So we've been trying to cut spending and increase revenue. This will make the debt to GDP stable, which is the most important number. Of course, if you have more debts than revenues, your business won't last long. And the fact that the US government was allowed to run a deficit for so long is, in my opinion, criminal, since it hurts taxpayers. That's the people who give the government the money they need to do their job. That being said, if they're not doing their jobs and we're not in a slump or World War III, what's going on? What's going on here? It's just not being watched. Corruption spending, a lot of it has already been shown to be fake by USAID and other groups, but yes, something needs to be done about it. I mean, the craziest, most extreme thing that could be done is to raise GDP or maybe make our income go up. Yes, cutting government spending is the answer. If you want to make more money, you can put it into key areas that will help the economy grow. Yes, that's likely the best way to move forward. Treasury Secretary Bessent did say a lot of other things, though, about deals that are already in place and deals that will help the economy. I'm going to play this clip really quickly and then I'll give you more information when he's done. But pay attention, Qatar doesn't have one, the Saudis don't, UAE doesn't have one. All of them are trying to get money in. They need to. 10 years have passed. They do everything, right? Besides, these trade deals are what will make the economy grow in the long run, right? Saudi Arabia, the Middle East, China, and Europe have all put money into important American businesses like AI, oil and gas, and cryptocurrency. That's what will make the economy grow, and a rising GDP is great for industries that are coming up with new ideas and expanding very quickly. We've already seen how tech stocks change when the economy grows or when it explodes. Just think about it. A lot of money from all these different countries is coming in. How do you think those trillions of dollars will be used? On the AI side of things, we know that it will lead to a huge increase in productivity. So much more work will get done and so much more will be automated. You should know that that will help businesses make more money. It's going to be great. We'll basically be able to build plants in the US instead of sending them to China or other countries. And those companies can be run by machines alone. You don't even need workers in the plants. You only need people to fix the robots, make sure the automations are working right, and then make the automations work better. This seems like a great plan for moving forward. A lot of people are scared because they think that artificial intelligence, the new technology that's coming, will probably take our jobs. Know this for sure, it's going to totally mess things up. There will be less work for some people, but there will be a lot more work. Just like with the internet, people will have to manage these AI tools by telling them what to do. I also think that instead of being a customer service rep, the most common job for people working for companies will be to optimize artificial intelligence, guide it, program it, or just make sure it can do what it's supposed to do. Also, these jobs won't be too hard because all you have to do is type in a few questions like you do now with ChatGPT or Grok. If you use those tools, you can set it up just the way you want it as well. And this will make it possible for all kinds of businesses to grow very quickly. I also believe that in the next 5 to 10 years, you will do very well if you use this technology to your advantage instead of being afraid of it. There is no doubt that cryptocurrency will play a role in this new world. This is because cryptocurrency, especially XRP, makes transactions smoother, and we've seen that foreign business is also growing very quickly. How much work we do with other countries. This is crazy, and it will keep going up. Cryptocurrency is the answer if we want instant smooth transactions that let us process and do business with each other right away. This is what cryptocurrency does. It also lets us have a lot of cool smart contracts and other things built into the public blockchain that let us do other really cool things as well. Finally, because of what Scott was talking about, it's important to know what's going on with all these investments worth billions of dollars and finally trillions of dollars. The mood in the market is actually changing. So we're seeing a full 180-degree turn from what we saw before. This picture shows that the number of people who think the market will go up is actually going through the roof right now. It looks like everything is falling into place. One thing I'd like to point out is that whenever sentiment indicators are about to reach their highest point, they usually fall very quickly afterward. This is because institutions are looking at these indicators and trying to cash in on them. I'll go over a few more details of how that works and what you need to watch out for because I think there will be traps set. But now you need to know this. 359 of individual buyers were optimistic about the stock market over the next 6 months. This number has gone up by 15 points in the last 2 weeks. At the same time, the number of small buyers who are bearish has of course dropped by 15 percentage points. And this is the end of a record-setting 11 weeks in a row when prices fell by 50% or more. We're seeing a change in how people feel about the stock market. In the short run, I will say that everyone knows things have been more greedy since Bitcoin went over 100,000. There has been a nice rise in XRP. Right now, it's trading around 240, which is a lot of cool stuff. We're also seeing that XRP ETFs are being filed for right now. That's why people are very optimistic about these things. I believe many good things are going to happen. Soon, the price will go up. It seems like people are becoming more greedy, that you should keep an eye out for right now. Having said that, I did get a little detailed. We need to move on because this is a very important moment for XRP. As you can see, I've been buying all of these red days very regularly. I paid $230 for it yesterday. We've had a nice little pump up today, about 3% up. We are in fact higher up here. These two are put together to make one long XRP trade with 5x leverage. Along with that, I have more lower level trigger orders. If you want to join Crypto Crusaders, that's how you can see my deals and when I open them. Now that I've said that, I'd like to show you the XRP one-day chart. We've reached a point where the stochastic RSI shows that we were going down, right? The blue and orange lines, on the other hand, meet right here. This means that we can now see a change. Once these lines meet, we can start going up again. Today is the day that will decide that, and so far, this green light we're seeing here has shown us the way. In fact, it looks like we might move back toward being overbought instead of depressed. We had some good days to sell things here. 1.5